Cloudy skies, some light rain showers popping up here over the next hour or so, sporadic around the region. Most of it riding into, looks like southern Wisconsin at this time, and a few out west through Stevenson County. We'll have some slight potential for some severe weather later on this afternoon. Well, Rick Anderson is back with us from Summerfield Farm and Zoo. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, good to see you after winter.
Yeah, did you have a nice winter?
Yeah, of course, winter, it's never my favorite season.
Winters haven't been too bad around here.
No.
But spring is...
Bringing something new.
Yeah, spring's baby time.
Baby time.
Yeah.
And you got one here. Who's that little gal? What do we got here?
So this is Alice.
Oh, that's a gal.
And Alice is a red kangaroo joey.
Okay.
A red kangaroo.
Yeah,
Joey is little.
Joey is a baby of any marsupial.
Baby of any marsupial.
Is a joey.
What are marsupials? We all think of kangaroos as marsupials.
So there's a family of marsupials. They are all the animals that have a very short gestation, a premature birth, and they finish the baby raising up in their pouch.
Okay. So that's what you think of when you see the joey and the
that's
kangaroo
a marsupial.
pouch.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
She's also a macropod.
A
boy.
macropod?
Yes.
Gosh.
You gotta get an education today,
All
folks.
macropods are marsupials, but not all marsupials are macropods.
So what's the difference?
Macropods are the big-footed marsupials, like the kangaroos, tree kangaroos, wallabies, things like that.
Okay.
And the other ones?
The other ones are things like wombats, our North American possums.
I understand the difference
Yeah.
now.
So you said Alice was, and all baby kangaroos are born prematurely?
They're all born prematurely, so the gestation on a red kangaroo.
Wouldn't that when they're supposed to be born if they're all born?
Well, compared to other mammals.
Okay, I see. All right.
So their gestation is only 30 days.
Oh, man.
And then they give birth to a baby the size of a jelly bean.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's the pouch portion is
Yeah,
helping.
so then when they're born, they're
Helping
the size
them
of a
develop.
jelly bean, no fur, eyes are sealed shut, their back legs are little stumps. They have to find their way by themselves in that condition from the womb all the way up the stomach and get into the pouch without aid from the mother.
Oh, so they're not
this
born.
sounds like hard work.
They're not
It is.
born in the pouch.
No, they're not born in the pouch. No, they have to be in the womb, born in the womb,
Yeah, okay.
fertilized in the
To the
womb.
pouch.
And then
But
once
no help to the pouch?
no help to the pouch. Mom has to. Her biggest help is
Mom needs better health
is to
insurance.
sit still and let that baby make its way up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it usually takes about 5 minutes to get from the womb up into the pouch.
So
And then age you don't really know until
No,
you
it's a guesstimate.
Kind of got to guess.
So, like
okay.
with Alice, we're guessing she's about 7 months old.
Okay.
So around 6 to 7 months old, they start to go out of the pouch, and then for a while they're in and out of the pouch until mom finally kicks them out.
Okay.
many-
Is she still in and out of the pouch?
This would be the stage where she'd be in and out of the pouch.
Okay.
well, let's let her out and see what she does.
She looks like she wants to get out.
So a female can actually have 3 different age babies she's caring for at the same time.
Oh, man.
wow.
Okay.
So she could have an older one that's actually sticking its head back in and nursing. She could have a young one that's in the pouch, and when they're first in the pouch, they're actually attached to a nipple, and milk is pumped into it.
Okay.
And she will make 2 different types of milk for each baby's different needs. And then if she does get pregnant again,
Oh, no.
there's no room for number 3.
Okay.
So she goes into something really cool. It's called embryonic diapause. So that
Okay.
new embryo in her will grow to 100 cells
You didn't
and
tell
stop.
me there was going to be science.
And just stop.
I know.
Science.
It's like I'm learning more about kangaroos
Yeah.
than I've ever
Go
known
ahead,
in my
explain
life.
I cut you off.
So the embryonic diapause, the new embryo grows to only 100 cells and then stops, gets put on pause
Put
until
on
there's
hold. Until there's
a
a free-
vacancy,
free nipple.
and then it'll start regrowing.
That
Yeah.
apparently kangaroos are very fascinating.
They are.
They-
They're super
They got a lot
fascinating.
going for themselves. Hey, Alice.
And Alice is absolutely
What is
adorable.
Alice? Is Alice okay? She's being weaned from
Yeah, so
milk.
right now she's still getting some milk, but she's eating solid foods
What is
too.
she eating?
Well, her favorite thing right now is little sweet potato slices.
Oh, okay.
But out in the wild, they're mostly grass eaters.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right.
That makes sense.
What's with the she's got some kind of she's kind of in the pouch there, but she's got some nice looking claws there. I mean,
Yeah, so
she had a pedicure? Or?
no, this is naturally the way those front claws are. And they mostly use these because they live in all different kinds of climates in Australia.
Yeah.
They have a huge range in Australia. So when they get too hot, they will take these claws and make a scrape in the dirt so it's cooler, lay down, take a nap.
Oh, okay.
So another thing they do if they overheat is they lick all over their forelimbs so that cools off
them
on the
down.
veins that travel through their forelimbs and cools their body down.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
Are they good enough claws to fight off predators? Probably not.
No,
Hop
what
away
they'll
from
do
them,
is they'll use their back feet. So like I said, they're
Oh, they'll kick 'em.
macropods.
Yeah.
So the biggest thing are the back feet. So like if they're fighting, they'll lean back on their tail, use these big, huge back legs we have here.
She's wearing a diaper.
She is wearing a diaper. So I use those big, huge back legs
Okay.
if they have to fight.
Those are
My
some
goodness.
good-looking, strong back
Yeah,
legs.
and really strong tail. They use that.
I hope you have interns to change diapers, do you?
Yeah, but I'm mostly the mom.
Okay.
Yeah.
You actually have to cut a hole in the diaper. For
Yes,
the
you do
tail
have to
there.
cut a hole in the
my
diaper for the
goodness,
tail.
That's a lot of work.
There's, I did not realize that's one of the fun perks of owning your own zoo.
Yes, changing diapers.
All right, so you got into, well, we'll talk a little bit more about Alice the Joey in a bit, and you got a opening day event, kind of a pre-opening day event tomorrow,
Correct.
or Saturday, an Easter egg hunt. We'll tell you the details on that. It's Saturday, the egg hunt at Summerfield Zoo. We'll show it to you, and we'll talk a little bit more about it when we come right back.